it's Natalie.
And Miranda from Custom Crops.
And we are bringing you an infomercial today on the Zutter DreamKutz machine. And it's pink, which is one reason why we're doing it and that we love it. But we also love it for the things it can do. So,
I don't know what it can do.
Miranda doesn't know. So
I don't have a clue, and that's why I'm here, actually. So
she's learning with you guys. Mm-hmm. So, basically, it's very, very simple and easy, which is nice. It doesn't have a lot of buttons or doodads to confuse you. And basically, I'm just going to tip this up this way. It's got 2 slots. This top slot has an adjustable guide for your paper. And whatever size up to 12 inches you put in this slot will get cut in half. So if you put a 3.5 inch wide paper, it's going to be cut in half. So if you are confused by rulers and halves and that sort of thing, this is a great product for you. Automatically cuts whatever you have in half for this slot. Now, there's another slot. This one is not adjustable, but it cuts anything up to 12 inches wide into 3s. And we've even experimented a little bit with it on things that are less than 12 inches wide, and you just have to be a little bit careful, but still will cut things into, if you're just trying to trim things. So if
it'll stay like straight.
Right. Well, so if you're cutting your paper that's 12 inches wide and you can't ever make a straight line, this is a great machine for you because it cuts a straight line. So this is great for when you're doing repetitive things. Like, Miranda, what's a project that you like to do?
Well, I like to throw parties, so...
Which, as a result, you have to send out invitations. And it's something that, even if you have to make 10 invitations, you're remaking that thing over and over and over again.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I would love
so
that.
Say you have a 12-inch wide piece of paper. This is our ProvoCraft paper, or Cricut paper. And you want to cut it in half. So why don't you put it to use, Miranda? So we're going to, there's a little, I'll help you through this. Okay. Don't be nervous. There's a little guide here that holds your paper, and you're just going to pop that up so it's nice and sturdy. And then this is your single cut. So if you want to cut that in half, you just adjust your guides.
So do I just automatically need to know what size this cardstock is? Or?
No, you're just going to, so if you want to,
So I can put it in there, it's not going to start cutting my paper?
No.
Okay.
No, and because it doesn't plug in, this is not electric,
okay.
It's manual crank.
All right.
So you just adjust your guides, make sure it's snug on your paper. You're good. So you move your guides in nice and snug. You want to make sure that this door on the front is open, so that your paper can flow nicely out. And the other great thing about this product is the blades are kind of concealed inside. So you don't have to worry about tiny little fingers getting in there. If you've got children around, they're concealed. I mean, you can, if you look down in here into the little slot, you can see them if you're trying to cut something, but it takes some doing. So you're not going to be able to shove your hand in there and cut your finger. So why don't you just go ahead and crank that handle, Miranda.
Okay. Does it matter which direction here?
Okay, go ahead. Other way.
There we go. Oh, wow. That was
And you have a really nice straight line, and your paper is cut totally in half. Wow. Now, say you wanted to do that, but now you also want to cut this piece in half. Or you could even cut this piece in thirds. So now you're going to be using the other slot. And Miranda, why don't you just set that in that second slot there.
Okay.
And then...
Same thing, turn the wheel?
Yep, turn the handle.
Wow, that's like so smooth.
They just shoot right out. So if you were going to... This would be another... a great product if you like to do little place cards, because these are like the perfect size for place cards, or if you like to
perfectly even.
Yep, perfectly cut. If you like to do little mini books, mini albums, this is a great product that you have to have. So the other thing is that there are many paper companies, Pink Paisley is one of the newest ones we carry, that have started designing pages like this, where there are different little tags all on one sheet. And this, the Zutter DreamKutz is a great machine for that because it cuts exactly where it needs to cut in order to cut all these tags out. So instead of taking your scissors and cutting each line,
that is awesome.
Miranda is going to show you. So start to crank that through and let's see how it does. And it cuts exactly where it needs to be. Now,
Then what about the others?
the other thing is, you can run this back through because it's going to cut, if you use the top slat now, you're going to cut that piece exactly in half.
Oh.
Which is exactly where it needs to be cut.
I see.
Now,
So,
the other thing that we've noticed just by doing this little demo here, Miranda probably can attest to this, is you do have to like feed it and give it a just like kind of feed it through a little bit, and then it starts to grab it and it goes through.
And then, maybe I should.
And this is a little confusing for Miranda also, just because I have her doing it backwards.
Backwards.
Right.
Okay.
So you'd have the machine actually facing you. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So cut that in half.
Right? And then how about that next one? You cut that in half too. And then you have all your tags cut out.
Just gotta remember to put my guides in.
Right. So what you maybe can't see from the camera angle is that there are these little black guides that kind of show you this is the middle of your page. So what Miranda's doing just to make sure it cuts on the right line is kind of lining it up first and then moving her guides in.
You have to forgive me. I get a little scared too, so it really isn't that hard probably for the average person. Let's see, make sure.
I don't think that's true. I think Miranda just likes to do it right.
All
Okay.
right. Perfect.
So you're all cut out. So as you can see, a very, very smooth cut. What'd you think, Miranda?
I loved it. I mean, really, if I was doing invitations, which is something I probably would use it for, I can see that it would probably cut my time in half, and I wouldn't have the worry of if everything was even or anything like that.
And anything that's repetitive, that you're doing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Mini books, invitation, gift tags, little place cards. Just a great, great solution. And the other thing that we should mention is in your packaging, you get this guide. It's like a guide for how many different cuts you can make. And if you want this size of a tag, this is what you do. And this is the paper you'll need. So really, really valuable tool. And I think now Miranda understands why she's shipping so many of these out.
I know. I'm the inventory manager, and I'm always like, geez,
There's
those
another
things
one of
are
those
like super
DreamKutz.
popular. So I'm like, we just really need to get in there and find out what this is all about. And
Yeah.
I wanted to learn about it too, so I could see what all the fuss was about.
So we hope that you've been able to see what all the fuss is about. And go to customcrops.com, and it is a Zutter product. You'll find it there under the Zutter products. And we just hope that we were able to show you what it was all about today. So thanks for
helped
watching.
me.
Yep.